Television Network Society Watch. This is a program where we ventilate societal issues, give them aggregate attention with a view to provide solutions that will benefit humanity. Today's Society Watch will be looking at numbers of issues starting from Abuja. FCT SCL's orphanage over alleged trafficking of 23 children. On education, we have lost 46 members to hardship. That's from ASU. On economy, labor mobilized protests as tankers drivers strike triggers fuel queues. Still on economic crisis, Nigerians' unemployment rate raises to 5%. These are the issues we'll be looking at today. When we return from this short break, I will introduce my guest to you. Do stay with us.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on 18.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So we know we're going to the EU, but
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. And joining me in the studio this morning is right. Thank you for joining me on the show this afternoon. All right, our first story for today is from Abuja. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has shut down the Priesthood Orphanage in Karon Majigi village, Abuja. This action follows the rescue of 23 children aged between 1 and 14 from the orphanage who were reportedly trafficked from Plateau. Mrs. Adedabo Benny, the Managing Secretary of the Women Affairs Secretary FCTN, announced this development while handing over the children to Mrs. Caroline Dafoe, the Plateau Commissioner for Women on Monday. Benjamin Lainye also said that the FCT Minister Yesum Wike has authorized the Secretariat to provide and rectified orphanage operating within the nation's capital. Using this as an example, one of the first things I have done is to get approval for the recertification of the orphanage homes in Abuja. The minister has approved that there will be a full thorough reproving and recertification of anything that has to do with orphanages in Abuja, she said. The mandate secretary said that the secretariat was already working with DAFO to reunite the children with their families. He added that the escaped children were recovered by officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps who reported the case to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. We came in yesterday and on reaching here, we were told that they went to church. We kept going from one church to another looking for them until we found them in a deeper life church. From there, we went to the orphanage, and what we saw in that place, in fact, it's not supposed to be called an orphanage. The place is just so unkept. 9 girls were sleeping in a very small room with just 2 mattresses. From the boys, they were in a small room too, with 2 mattresses just on the floor. It is so pathetic that the way human beings treat their fellow human beings in the country, he said. Victor J, child trafficking is meant to be from homes that have been legally registered. At least this is what we are made to believe. Well, is this an eye-opener that some legal orphanage is now used for child trafficking? And again, what step is the government taking to ensure that this does not occur anymore?
Means that in Nigeria we have weak institutions, weak government institutions. That is the problem. This is just one major disease. Even in other states, as Abraham, sometime 2-3 years ago, we had the case, and the government responded, and then those who were found wanting, they are now under detention, going through their trial for the case of a human being. But the government has played on its hands to ensure that they have 15. Because after now, Abuja man trafficking task force or committee, they will pass to sleep. Since we all know that, like they said, this illegal orphanage home means it has documentation from the government. The task force now has duty of care to ensure that there will be a routine monitoring and supervision of every home at Abuja, every orphanage home at various levels and various states. But no, they will not do that. They are not sleeping. Until once in a while, when there is a whistleblower, that's when you see them into action. It ought to, by now, be part of human trafficking committee or task force in Nigeria, all from states to federal to local governments. So, due to the fact that we are not a serious people in Nigeria, because we always fail to show that we live up to the expectation or the mandate or get duty that we owe our institutions participating in their work. Even when funds are made available for this task force to go about, because they are not access to funds to facilitate this provision. Why? Because the heads of those committees or the leadership of the human trafficking section inactive, they have from trafficking. You see that they are not funding other initiatives at other levels as they make sure that they carry out these duties. So the federal government, if they are serious people, they need to have monitor how funds that are allocated for this organizations. Make that these funds are monitored as all levels. That's the only way have changed positive Nigeria. We just have to is
when you was saying that Nigeria is because not and Nigeria is not a serious place where people are willing to work due to economic hardship. So what is a guarantee that if government set up a committee that should be checkmating this these issues, see that they will carry out their work effectively without government supervision?
Because committees will never see that have patient over the years. Members of NGOs that have reputation to protect. If you have persons like the likes of Lana and other reputable activists in Nigeria, all of them, both Lagos State, Delta State, River State, as all of them will have advocates, have reputation as members of this committee. You will see change. There's no way you can buy a person of fairness that you just to say or want to say the truth or not to give the report or our acts. Because they are just coming along with life, not willing to do engage in any activity to dent his image. Yes.
Victor.
So we don't go and take our craft. We don't want to let right activists go on such.
Victor OJ, you are also an activist, as long as I know. But what have the people done so far to eradicate this in the society? What is the major role that you people, as human activists, what major role have you people played in also limiting these issues that we are having child trafficking in Nigeria?
Our child in Nigeria, civil society and NGO community state is funding, we are funding in Nigeria. It's only few NGOs and CSOs that have access to foreign donors or donor agencies. So that is that most activists are not really efficient. Not as if they're not supposed to do. But because they lack funding, because for you to take all these activities, you need good funding, adequate funding to fulfill your duty of or the duty that you were mandated to pay on. But the truth is that the government will never want only the genuine activists, because when we are talking about activists, we also have the criminal and criminals who are even countries now into the activists in Nigeria. People that know that are into all sorts of social vices. These are really there for social media as activists. So, but the government genuine ones, those that have made them for years, more than a decade, they are the activists in Nigeria have reputation. Because with these activists, even external donor agencies should try and reach out. Those agencies that have to make impact in Nigeria, they should reach out to the grassroots. They should reach out to the not just they must go through maybe Ministry of Affairs or Ministry of Humanitarian, any other agencies that of the government of Rasada that have things that they should communicate to us. Because most times when Canada or global agencies to donate money for the human trafficking to generate it, means that it's already and as a new guideline.
Okay, Victor, you was Victor. We know that. We know that in the midst of 24x, there's always one bad one, all right? And you just said that the human activists, we also have the bad ones in your midst. But the genuine one that we know, like you know too, I believe you're one of them. Have you been equipped by the government to do the needful, or are you still trying to get...
Likes genuine, that have willpower, political will or activity to advocate and ensure that our people get it right, our people benefit from either government or non-state actors. We are always at night. They are always on with this bureaucracy, this process to make sure that we don't have access to resources that we need to carry out our duty that we owe our people. They always sideline the genuine people in Nigeria. That's why it's in Nigeria we are where we are today. Take for instance, in Nigeria, one of the key factors to solve our socioeconomic issues or challenges is how electricity supply because of the impact in small and medium businesses. But guess what? What the Ahmed Tinubu get right? He made the banker minister of power. How can the banker? How does the banker know about electricity supply and distribution? Because when Tinubu got it wrong, President Tinubu is a great man. He has made so much achievement in his past. He has done so much for democracy. Despite that, a lot of Nigerians have other view. But myself, as an activist, I'm a social activist, but I know history and I know the contribution of President Tinubu in the 90s to Nigerian democracy. But when it came to appointment of ministers, he was supposed to make sure that the professionals take the front seats, professionals take the front row, while politicians take the row in terms of oversight functions. But no, the politicians. That's why you see Nigerians are crying day of hunger, Nigerians are crying for security, Nigerians are crying, people are not happy with things are going because President Yar'Adua did more, he left and in a very short while, he got a lot of things right, achieved in Nigeria, he did a lot. But it's people that I was even expecting more from him because of his appointment. Now it's wrong by way of disappointment. So if he can reshuffle his cabinet and make sure that professionals take the right seats, front seats, things start getting right in Nigeria. Not until there, you cannot fix Nigeria. As far as you don't get professionals and know the do's and don'ts, you can get it right.
But before, let's go straight to our next story for today. The Abuja Zone of Academy Staff Union of Universities has expressed sorrow over the passing of several professors as a result of economic hardship in Nigeria. Sir Halu Mohammed, the Abuja Zone Coordinator, stated in a release that the union mourned the loss of professors from various universities, including the University of Abuja, Federal University of Technology, Mina, Federal University Lafia, Nasarawa State University, Nasarawa, and the Ibrahim Babangida University, Lapai. It is also worth of note that the union has lost several members during the period under review due to Herculean working conditions, psychological and emotional stress, and disease related to these conditions. For instance, universities in Abuja Zone have lost 46 members. Just 2 days ago, the union lost an eminent professor of fishery, Johnson Ajero of the University, Federal University of Technology, MENA, due to his inability to afford a quality medical facility. Mohammed stated, "I'm not ashamed to dedicate my professorship to husband from Idinfon and all of those." Now, Victor OJ, they are saying that they have lost about 46 members due to inability to cater for themselves, the hardship in Nigeria. These are the people that at the end of the month, they expect that something is coming into the account. These are the people that definitely they have a change at hand that they can actually set up something somewhere. But if these ones are now complaining about the hardship in Nigeria, what happened to a common Nigerian man that is not even expecting salary from anywhere, that is trying to survive, that would not even have a conducive environment to live? What happened to the people in rural areas that are struggling to survive? If those government workers, federal government workers, are complaining of hardship in Nigeria, let me hear from you.
In fact, like you said, it's not only professionals that are dying in Nigeria. It's a general market. Children are dying. As all them people die every day. But as a country, our people as Nigerians suffering. The president, the leadership, politicians also know that at a time like this, there's hard time. When our leaders choose not to increase our annual budget allocation for education. At 6.1, highest we have ever invested for education is about 8.2 in that 2023. That is the highest so far. We should have say, okay, let's just double 60% to annual budget allocation to go to our education. What about our health care? What has the president of the government of Nigeria done to ensure that there is free medical health to Nigerians? Can do it. Nigeria is a country that is blessed. Now, if you want to give a position to one of the most blessed countries after Congo is Nigeria. But it's now so good that Nigerians are like they are caused evil of yes. I don't care about it because they can afford foreign medical treatment. I don't care about facilities. 2 days ago, I was at Guzau General Plastics. They have only 2 doctors. General Hospital, 2 doctors. They said almost all the nurses they are found. Doctors they have located what they are looking at. And the government is not doing anything about it. How can you imagine a country as large as Nigeria, as well as Nigeria, we don't have the data that are employed. We don't have that for those that are unemployed. That is to know how many doctors we have, how many lecturers we have. We have that based on any no record. Then we know that Nigeria is a failed country. It's a failed nation. And people are they are not doing anything about it. Even when they want to put anything about it, you will see that those who have the contract to offer services to people, they will divert the money. Foundation said that they contract for that time, but they didn't execute it. You will see that they are sharing population census. As I see Nigeria, we don't know how many in this country. We don't have the right figure. And in a country that wants to work, you need to have it your people. You need to know how many children are on a daily basis so that you can plan the future of these children. Because no, because of our leaders, they are not organized. They are not even interested for us to get an idea. And this security also. Nigerian problem don't know where to start from. And protesting is not even going to there's nothing to change. Protest for no impact. I think it is high time campaign. Nigeria is a shared responsibility of it. Nigeria has protest on how to stop this Nigeria socio-economic crisis. Let it come up with it or let it show that. And the federal government has including local government through that. So like them, that is only when we can in Nigeria. It will do only in a second and not rather direct them to get worse.
So when the federal government said they want to pay more attention now on education, and then we have asked to hear they are literally crying that they are dying of hardship and they've even mentioned the number 46 that they have already lost 46. How is the federal government planning to balance this when they have not settled the ones in system already? So trying to build new universities, planning of employ new teachers where they have not paid the ones that are already in the system. How are they planning to balance that at this point that Nigerian is going through a difficult phase?
The government of Nigeria have not clear. They are not ready. They are not interested. We saw what happened in Lagos. A medical doctor. We comment in the medical doctors that those that want to be should leave Nigeria. Those are take up. Is that the solution to the yearnings of these medical doctors? It's so appealing that even those that we expect who are issues in the way, they are by way of the energy that it, by their comments towards social issues and challenges. See, our government is not ready for a change, for a positive change. They are not serious, they are not ready. And like I said earlier, it's only going to get worse.
All right, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. Do stay with us. We'll return after the short break.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network, and I still have a human rights activist with me this afternoon in the house, Victor OJ. All right, let's look at the rest of our stories for today. Organized labor commenced mobilizing its members on Monday for a nationwide protest scheduled for February 27 and 28 in response to the escalating cost of living crisis in Nigeria. Source within the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress informed our correspondents that the National Executive Council convened via Zoom on Friday, February 16th, to assess the resolution of the National Action Council of NLC and the Trade Union Congress regarding the agreement between organized labor and the federal government. The NLC at its zone meeting held on Friday, February 16, 2024, resolved in line with the resolution of the NSC of the NLC and that of the TUC, which demand that the agreement between the leadership of the two labor centers and government be implemented without further delay, a source told reporters. The federal government followed today's ultimatum by labor, according to source, will be met with 2 days nationwide protest already slotted for February 27th and 28th. The head of information of the NLC, Benson Okpa, who confirmed the resolution of the meeting, told one of our correspondents on the telephone that the NLC affiliates were being mobilized for the protest, just as state's chapter of the Progress vowed to join the nationwide demonstration. Asked if the union would save the protest, the response, why would we back down? Has anything changed to warrant that? For your information, we are mobilizing in earnest, he added. Comrades, arising from the paragraph above, the National Secretariat of our nation, our union is hereby requesting your council to start mobilizing our members in collaboration with your staff, Federal NLC, to ensure and encourage our active participation in the said action. Though the NLC and its Trade Union Congress counterparts commenced negotiation with the government for a new minimum wage for workers on Monday, the outcome of which is said must reflect the realities on the ground, which include the high cost of living, inflation, naira resolution, and general economic stocks. The NLC leadership vowed that the protest will go as planned. You and I knows that these outline requests are not things that can just happen within a slap of fingers, and the idea of the protest is to get things done, right? But what's the possibility that this time it will yield positive results? Because this is not the first time the NLC and the TUC are embarking on protests. And it seems that it always ends with half-baked bread, never a full one. So what is the possibility that this time will be made available by the federal government for them to back down on the strike? And even if they start, what is the possibility that it will yield results?
In fact, our NLC are toothless and the National Circular Committee posted this information at your sharing. Almost out of the opinion that NLC should go and that they are casting notes. Just want the federal government to come and sit them down. Okay, they show their own campus go to help Israel. To protect Israel has never achieved anything right from times of times to show anything. NLC went all over 9 billionaires. I have a friend that I think last year she was telling me that she commissioned a former NLC state one of the other states. 500 million naira as a money for some of their clients. And put about it from inside. Two point to that among the lot of their capacity. I forgot to we have told that this NXT national president, they are that one billionaires. They just go for position to make money. How many times have you heard radio jingle or TV that NLT sports on their labor rights? this in state election going to advocate for workers' right. How many times I've seen that you know traditional media that the youngest chairman of the Delta State went to advocate for to resolve the issue. And a lot of workers in this state that their salaries have been withheld for 10 years, some 2 years, some 3 years, because of their issues with their bosses at their place of work. What has the NS chairman done about it? Nothing. To them, they will do nothing about it. As far as they how many times have NLC, state chairman, or national president engaged to civil society and NGO to see how we understudy that we are working. How many times have you heard that FSC state chairman or the called upon have a summit, S1 summit, for us to plot towards the future of Nigerian people? I'm not going to have that protest. I'm supposed to come here. They are not interested. As far as from the FSC, we are not interested.
All right.
The FSC, they are on their own. Okay. And the biggest FSC, this demand that they are making from the federal government, ask them if they have a roadmap to achieve for the federal. Are they presenting this demand alongside an action plan that will lead to their of this demand? Or that just for what you know is almost impossible for the government to achieve in a short while? I think it's time that we should start seeing challenges we face in Nigeria by way of presenting solutions. These are the challenges we are facing and solution. From opposition political parties, we should start thinking of the ruling party and holding them accountable if they don't implement those solutions that they presented. That's what I can say. The act of criticizing and off is cheap. Action speaks louder than voice. What on ground by way of action to ensure that Nigerian labor starts exporting so that our currency can add value. Encourage exportation to Nigerian workers.
Victor, don't you think that this is also in line with the pain of food crisis that is biting or your state capital in protest over the situation that of food crisis in the country? Not just Oyo, we have seen it in some other states that all of this is going on, and then it's happening now so that the government will give a listening ear? Or are you saying that all of this is selfish, for their own selfish interests?
Yes, government self interests. And on the part of government, you see, like I said that one, we have good institutions. So last year, I did an article that I published on about how government can engage with youth by appointing them special on various aspects of agriculture to improve our production by way of our agricultural produce in Delta State. For instance, when that article was read, not government officially in Delta State, he demanded that they should reduce the article to a memo, so that the Delta State government will apply my advice. Because in 2016, the state, in the heart of Sahara Desert, made 150 billion naira on sale price that is called milk. They sold it to the government for clean rice. And that we have Arab. But guess what? When the official government that to approve the memo, he wrote KIV, keep view, meaning that no action should be taken just to engage in proposal that improve the production of produce in the states. So
All right.
bureaucracy challenge we have in Nigeria. We don't have a central bank that has market to give loans actually to our farmers so that we don't have huge prices. Last year, there is a food emergency in Nigeria. Guess what? Because of insecurity. Because the farmers, when they go to the bush, they get attacked by men and bandits. They kill most of. You see that the people they don't have farm, don't have anything. You see that these people they don't share our they share it among themselves. But the movement and group are still there. That and even before the movement has been going on. Even for example, important that the CBN local farmers to start corn. The give them out to share money. Did we share the money to the right people? No. They share that money among themselves. Among them and their homes.
All right. All right.
We are not
well, how they share the money, we are not investigating officers, so for now we do not know about that unless you say you know about it. For the next story for today, according to that, this is on the economic crisis. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the labor force's survey report released on Monday, Nigerians' unemployment rate rose to 5.0% in quarter 3 2023, up from 4.2% in the previous quarter, despite being Africa's largest economy with the population exceeding 200 million. Nigeria recorded a peak unemployment rate of 33.3% in the fourth quarter 2022. However, it decreases to 4.1% in quarter 1 2023, down from 5.3% in quarter 4 2022, due to the adoptions of the new methodology. Employment to population rate was 75.6% in quarter 3, a decrease of 1.5% compared to the ratio of Q2, that's quarter 2. The combined rate of unemployment and the time rate unemployment as a share of the labor force population increased to 17.3% in the quarter 3 from 15.5% in quarter 2. The rate of unemployment among those with post-secondary education was 7.8% in quarter 3. The unemployment rate among youth aged 15 to 24 years was 8.6% in quarter 3, increase of 1.4% compared to quarter 2. Time-related unemployment in quarter 3 was 12.3%, showing a slight increase of 0.5% from the rate recorded in quarter 2. This shows an increase of 1.4% compared to the rate in quarter 4. 4.1% of the working age population was in absence agriculture in quarter 3. Now, informal employment rate in quarter 3 was 92.3%, while quarter 2 2023 was 92.7%. Percentage of the youth not in employment, education, or training was 13% in quarter 3. It's if you the alignment of what I just read, I don't understand. Is it that in Nigeria we are actually going backward, or are we going forward? Now, already we know that last year, some multinational companies actually left our country, which renders some youth, of course, unemployed. And then we recently, last week, we saw where NAFDA came up with a story that they want to get rid of such alcohol, and that is still going to render so many persons unemployed. So in this kind of situation, what exactly is going on in Nigeria? Are we going forward or we are going backward?
Of course, like I said, Ghana is in failure of Nigeria. Governments, they are serious. Right? Even when these youth engage in activities that will make their life, best their life, what will the federal government to go and block it? Look at how they block the cryptocurrency. God, they blocked it. So that the youth were making progress when it comes to the people. After their currently what they use as their currency coin is higher Amado. I never said that the president of that country that made their currency to be replaced with Bitcoin. You know, think he doesn't know what to do. God really frustrates youth. Youths that were soft cracker. Some of them consider them not that into legitimate cryptocurrency Bitcoin trading. The federal government and or that his account and frozen. That's 440 million naira in that account. It was into crypto and the CBN to flag any account that has Bitcoin transaction history. The country doesn't want to help their look at India, look at Bangladesh that are very poor. Bangladesh is a very poor nation. But today, almost the whole China, their Gucci, from Bangladesh, their production house home is Bangladesh. Just the iPhones and manufactured from China. Most clothes in Nigeria, they are people in Bangladesh, Philippines, name it. Even the India is digital technology. If you go to America, most of the tech in the United States is made by Indians. Or on price as a United States of America. I can't government start encouraging our youth that are into soft crime. Let them transit from to remote legitimate hand job. Because truth is, FCC cannot stop or youth from engaging in subscribe. Because that has a duty of care. They have a duty of for welfare security of these boys. The government failed them in terms of any security. The government failed in terms of welfare. Look in the countries, other states. Finland no longer has it because nobody commits crime in Finland. The government is so due that to educate and the right to have money, they are now teaching themselves how to make money in the wrong way. And now you use FCC to present into prison. And when they come worse, this is government to think of partner with media like Microsoft, like app, Twitter, like so that our youth that can start making money positively. Those are involved in cyber, they have focus. Now, when they see that asset to the media account after media companies, they are now make money. Everybody to start getting content.
All right.
Teach them how to make money from these
All right. Let's.
because you know engage in constitution, you know engage in some activities, it will do it to them. So that's in this direction.
All right, Comrade Victor. Let's believe that. Let's believe that this administration, and you were part of them. Let's believe that all of this is going to be history, and the right thing will be done. Thank you so much, Victor OJ, for joining me Thank you so much for joining me on this show this afternoon. It was a nice time with you.
Thanks for having me on the show. And you are a great program.
All right, thank you. I am Immaculata Irikana. If you miss out in any of those stories, you can join us on all our social media platforms. We have Facebook, YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net, website, atlanticnetwork.tv. You can also download our app from Play Store, Atlantic Television Network. Do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.